The war in Ukraine, that ever-unpredictable roller coaster of geopolitics. Who would have thought that arming Ukrainian troops with the latest Western toys and giving them a German summer camp experience wouldn't magically solve everything? Despite the dream that capturing just a bit more land would somehow make Ukraine a negotiation powerhouse, they've managed to reclaim less than 0.25% of the territory. The 1,000-km frontline hasn't moved enough to measure. But hey, miracles could happen, right? Does it make sense to talk about peace talks now? Vladimir Putin is just waiting for us to get bored or for Donald Trump to make a grand comeback. Who knows what the warlord's ultimate plans are? A ceasefire would be just a coffee break for Putin to reload and relaunch. Stop fighting, and Ukraine might as well put out a for sale sign. Now Ukraine and its Western best friends are coming to the mind-blowing realization that this war might last a while. President Zelensky even took a trip to Washington to state the obvious: we need to prepare for a long war. But guess what? Nobody's ready for a marathon when they've been sprinting the whole time. Tactical genius needed. Any volunteers? It turns out that throwing more bodies into a meat grinder isn't a winning strategy. Who knew? Ukraine's best and brightest have paid the ultimate price, and the military is about as fresh as last week's bread. The strategy needs a makeover. Maybe, just maybe, using new tactics and tech could be a game changer. Drone strikes have shown promise, but let's not get carried away. Russia has its own flying tech innovation and isn't shy about using them. Ukraine needs an economy that's more than a Western charity case. Right now, it's like a millennial living in their parents' basement, with nearly 50% of the budget coming from Western allowance. Ukraine economy has shrunk by a third. It's high time to move from dependency to self-reliance. Because, functioning economies usually do that. But 1 million people carry guns, and another 8 million have left the country. But wait, there's more. Build a stronger air defense and voila. Factories might not explode. And if we can just push Russia's navy a smidge further from our shores, our exports will practically sail themselves. But now there is Poland, which is blocking the export of grain. How about those economic reforms? Tackling Ukraine's vintage collection of corruption, especially in the oh-so-unbiased judiciary. Let's also make doing business in a war zone a walk in the park. Will Ukraine, with its population of 30 million, be able to secure membership in the European Union? Can the country revitalize its economy and establish enduring relationships with the Western world? Or Ukraine will continue to be torn between the competing interests of world powers?